I have something to say. Mm, I have something to say. Yes, I do. I got a lot to say here. And that is that how, and I'm going to start off with how the landlords, because it started with that. Landlords and how they, it's a lot of landlords and how they are favoritism. That is favoritism in the faith. It's favoritism in the faith. It's a lot of favoritism in the faith. And I'm going to talk real briefly about that. Because how is it that a lot of landlords, I got to thinking about this today. How is it that a lot of landlords, and I know that I'm heard in the spirit. I'm heard. I know I'm heard. I know you hear me. And may the Lord continue to tug and pull on you until you follow him off of what I'm about to tell you. Because I know you hear me. Spirit hears. I understand that a lot of people be talking about this physical stuff. I know. But yeah, it happens what looks like in the physical. Yeah, the physical runs deep. And it runs real deep. Because whatever is covering you, it makes you follow it. You're going to follow it. Let me say that real quick. Whatever covering you, you're going to follow it real quick. Because it wants you to follow it. So whatever spirit is over you, covering you, if it's shielding you or covering you, it's gonna ask you to follow it. It's gonna have you to follow it. And you're gonna do exactly what it says to do. And that's the problem that's going on right now, because you don't even know what spirit that you would be into. It's some favoritism in the faith, man. It really is some favoritism in the faith. You know. And I wanted to start off by saying that. I want to start off by saying how, you know, that and it's gonna be how I'm saying it, because it's a lot of times we talk about our problems more than we talk about the situation at hand, the miracle at hand. We talk about this. We talk more about the problem. And then when we talk about the problem, guess who get it? The evil one. And guess what they do? Make a decision. And what you think we doing? We only contributing to the evil one who makes the decision. We ain't saying nothing. We ain't saying nothing. We ain't doing nothing about the situation at hand. Instead, some of us are so worried about the favoritism, spoiledness. Who cares if my mama don't, who cares if my mama don't like me? I still did for my mama, period. And although my mother chose someone else because they serve the same God, that ain't got nothing to do with me. People out here crying over solutions that ain't solving no problem. Nobody cares if you ain't got no daddy in your life. Who cares? That ain't favoritism. And your daddy only like the other kids. Who cares? Don't nobody care about that. Why do people care about that? That's not favoritism. Favoritism is when, I'm finna tell you what favoritism is. Favoritism in the faith is when, and you really need to look at this. Favoritism in the faith is when somebody's sitting up there telling you that if I gotta do this for you, then I gotta do this for everybody. That's favoritism. That's favoritism. Real true favoritism. Because obviously, some of y'all don't understand what favoritism is. Some of us don't understand that. Some of us don't. But the real true favoritism is the people who are out here saying that if I got to do this for one person, then I got to do this for everybody. If I let you go on this end, then I got to let others go on that end. That's true favoritism. What you don't see. What do you not see? That's true favoritism. Favoritism ain't nobody that's showing one person over the next person. That ain't favoritism. Because you could easily just go and slide your little silly self in there and be like, aha, here I am. In that mode. Other than that, you just being in a mode where, oh, I just want attention. That ain't just because you want attention, don't make it be favoritism. Because ain't nobody paying no attention to you because you want attention. That ain't favoritism. The real favoritism out here is when somebody sit there and tell you that if I got to do this for you, I got to do this for everybody. I can't do this for one. If I do this for one person, I can't do this for one person. I got to do this for everybody. If I let you go, then I got to do. That's favoritism. That's true favoritism. Because that stuff turns into that person not really liking nobody at all and treating everybody unlikable. That's true favoritism. When somebody sit there in your face and say that I gotta give you, like this person said to me, I gotta give you this ticket because basically his partner was down the street and gotta give you this ticket because his partner was watching him. Other than that, he would have let me go. But the fact that the favoritism was on the person, he couldn't let me go. Crazy. Come on, y'all. Y'all really need to understand what true favoritism is, because I don't think you really know. I don't think you really know. And I wanted to get on here and speak about this, because this is my channel and this is what I want to speak about. How you doing out there? Hello. But yeah, I want to speak about this because there's a lot of people that do not understand the true nature of favoritism. Favoritism ain't no sitting up here, I want attention favoritism. That ain't favoritism. I think people really got it mixed up, because you can easily involve yourself in the favoritism that y'all talking about. That ain't favoritism. That's whining like little babies out there for a bottle of milk. Because you ain't get breastfed. You got bottle fed. That's that type of stuff. I ain't get breastfed. I got bottle fed. What? But you got fed? What you talking about? What are you talking about? That's that type of favoritism. Come on, y'all. Favoritism in the faith is people who bluntly tell you that they can't do you one way and then don't treat another person the other way. Because that same person will wind up not liking nobody and not even paying attention to nobody. Period. Because they too focused on whether or not, well, they gonna be less focused in the physical on how they treating you or anybody else, because they gonna treat everybody the same. That treating everybody the same has got to stop. Because people are sitting up there dictating their life on treating everybody the same. They come in, they be like, well, I've already been this way, so why not be this way with you? Because I'm this way. That's favoritism in the faith, because this is a child of the Most High God. You don't know what the Lord told you to do for this person. You don't know what the Lord told you to do for another person, for the other person, for the other. You too busy this high up talking about some, I can't do you differently than the next person. That is favoritism in the faith. and you ain't got no faith. You ain't got no faith. If you sitting up here scared, you sitting up here walking down the street scared because you don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, so I just gonna have to do this for everybody, or everybody got to get this. I hear so many people, even in relationships. I hear so many people. This may not sound right, but at the same time, it's right. It's right, and it's right on time too. Because there's a lot of people that spoil and think that their favoritism is different. No, we ain't talking about your spoiled mentality of favoritism. That ain't favoritism. My mama loved my sister more than she loved me. Get your spoiled self on somewhere. No, your mother served a God that was more so lenient than the God that you was supposed to be serving. And you probably didn't know what to do in that moment for your mom, right? You probably didn't know what to do in that moment for your mom. You did what you had to do, but at the same time, she still served the other God because you wasn't doing enough for the Father. You know? For real. This is for real. We so spoiled, we get to looking at other things that we ain't got no business looking at, some of us. Why are we looking at that? Why are we looking at that? Let's look at this. Let's look at the fact that the truth that there are a lot of people out here that are really acting like this. They're really acting like this, and then blaming it on somebody else, but you the culprit that's acting up. Like, I got to thinking about, let me just say this real quick. I got to thinking about that because of the landlord situation. These landlords out here, they are, I heard this was some years ago. This landlord said this to somebody, and they said, if I let you stay here some more time, right? And this is this is some favoritism right here, because you talking about everybody else, you ain't talking about me, right? That's that type of thing. Like, you talking about everybody else, you not talking about me. What did the Lord tell you for me, though? That type of stuff. This is what it's really supposed to be like. What did the Lord tell you about me? Because obviously you ain't hearing them. Right? And this was for, this situation about this landlord thing was for someone else. So, in this landlord situation, and I'm speaking this because I know it's heard throughout the earth, and the evil one gonna get it together. And he gonna move out the way and let Christ in the governmental area and bring back that. And he gonna follow Christ. Christ gonna say, hey, Jacob, here I am. Come follow me. Follow. That's all he gonna say, follow. And the government gonna follow. Because we not just gonna give government problems. We're going to give government solutions. And you all need to speak that out there. Stop talking about speaking this, all this, blah, 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 blah. No. Christ-like people need to speak more in the atmosphere than you speaking. Because Jesus Christ needs to take over. For real. Jesus Christ needs to take over. And have whoever it is that's leading, follow him. And do what he said do. Not sit there and be sometimeded. Oh, I'm in and I'm out. I'm in and I'm out. No. We don't need sometimedness. And I don't really even care about no governmental issues or nothing like that. But today I'm speaking about some stuff. You know? And that is favoritism in the faith. There's a lot of favoritism in the faith because there are a lot of people who have the faith, but they change for some piece of bread instantly. Why? What you changing for some piece of bread for? Do you know about me Give me some information for me. Not because Sally Sue did such and such and such yesterday, or Brenda did some stuff years ago, way back, and got away with something, and so that's landed you in the courtroom against Brenda, and now you sitting up here still harping over what Brenda did 66 years ago. No, I'm not. No. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. It's crazy. But let me say this. Let me stay in this situation real quick. So I'm gonna be speaking this out as though I'm being heard, because I know I'm being heard. So I'm not gonna speak this in the way that you're gonna understand it, because I'm speaking this in a way that the government gonna hear what I'm saying. The people in the office gonna hear what I'm saying. Period. Because my voice is heard, and I know this, and I see it. Point blank, period. People think they gotta see. You little spoiled brats be acting like you gotta see stuff being done. That person is powerful. Ooh, stop looking at the physical thinking that person powerful. No. What I'm speaking is more powerful than what somebody else is doing. Because they so close, and they close-knit inside of the government. No, I'm telling you, I'm close-knit in the government by what I'm about to speak right now. And that's it. That's it on that. And can't nobody take that away. I rebuke you in the mighty name of Jesus. Because I'm speaking this. I'm sorry. I'm finna speak this, and ain't nothing nobody can do to cover my mouth to speak it. Ain't nobody got to show people nothing out there. Period. So let me just say this real quick to every governmental people, places, and things right now. And that is how landlords, let me start with landlords. Landlords, y'all got to stop showing favoritism for real. Speaking about how when you coming up against God's children, you sitting up there telling that child of God that you can't do one thing for them, because if you do one thing for them, then you're going to have to do the same thing for others. I'm going to need you to get up out of your feelings. I'm going to need you to get up out your feelings. And I'm going to need you to understand this, that it's not, it's something you're not understanding. How am I going to say this? I'm just getting on here, and I'm just telling you what it is. But it's a lot of things. Let me just say this as well. For the landlords. And on out to what I'm finna take this to. There is accumulation of investments. And you know it is. There are investments out here where people can, and this is speaking to the landlords, about the landlords, how there are investments out here, investments where people can invest in. You know, these tenants, there are some tenants that are in those investments, and they not month-to-month tenants. They are widespread tenants. They can pay up in a year. But then you got the ones that are working a job month to month, and they only get paid month to month, and they go off of what they check give them bi-weekly or weekly. And in those cases, you're going to have a heart. Until you give them, I'm telling you, until you give them the investment that is supposed to be known by all and not to be kept by you. Give your tenants the things that they can invest in. Stop telling them to invest in life insurance that's But because they don't know spiritually, life insurance is killing them. Life insurance is killing them, causing accidents spiritually, causing death instantly spiritually, to the point you off of this face of this earth. I wish people stop talking about this Jewish stuff, because this stuff is harming and hindering the children of the Most High God. That is not wealth. Y'all are talking about something that is not wealthy. Christ didn't say give them him for nothing. Give them him. This wealth is different than that wealth. Please understand this. You talking about life insurance, it's this and that, and the Jews did this, and the Jews that. I don't care. Excuse me. I don't care about the Jews and what they did. Stop talking to me about the Jews. Tell me what Jesus did. What did Jesus tell you to follow him? Did you hearken to the voice and the sound of the Lord? And he told you, hey, we finna do such and such and such, and that's what you did? Other than that, I don't want to hear about what the Jews did. Because right now, it's Jews and Gentiles moment. That's favoritism. That's favoritism. I don't care about what, I don't even care about what you looking at one person over the other. I don't care about that neither. I don't care about that neither. Who cares about that too? I don't care. But to get the Lord involved, to get him to do what it is he's supposed to do, to show up to that person just like he did to Jacob, and Jacob followed him. The only way to get this done is for us to speak it out. Can't keep quiet. Got to speak it out to Christ. Some of y'all speak to evil. I'm speaking to Christ, and Christ hear my voice. He hearkening to my voice right now, and that is that a lot of you landlords, you know that you got different sets of tenants. You got tenants who are, and I need to hurry up and say this because I've been saying this too long, but you got tenants who work a regular job, don't know nothing about investments, and they get paid paycheck to paycheck. And those paycheck to paycheck, you oppress them for that if they don't have it. If they don't have it at the time you want them to have it, you oppress them. You do. And you talk about how you can't do this for one to another. You need your faith. You need your faith redone. You do. You need the faith redone so you can actually see for real. Because you don't see. All you know is what you think you know. And you go around and you need, and again, landlords, you're gonna have to let these month-to-month people know about investment. Stop keeping money to yourself, talking about some life insurance, telling these people to involve themselves in life insurance so you can take their lives. That's enough of that. That ain't wealth. Tell them about how Jesus Christ saved your soul, and he gonna save theirs. But the way you do it is by simply letting them know about the investments that can pay their rent for years and years and years, and they don't have to worry about that rent no more. They can go and take care of their kids like they need to. And these parents who are single mothers can being that they have this causes of them and what they have done, but this will be able to allow them to take care of their kids, to be home with their children due to the investments that you have given to them. Stop trying to give them free money. Oh, this is some free money here, the free money there. Stop this with this free money stuff. Stop this with this life insurance stuff. That stuff is breaking people. Y'all is breaking a whole nation because of this stuff y'all giving to people. Talking about this is what the Jews did. Jews is broke. These are broke people from what I see. I'm seeing some broke people trying to teach some broke people what to do. But Jesus Christ is wealth. He wealth because he going to tell you, look, Samantha, follow. And you going to follow. Period. Once I get done talking to you. And then you going to know what to do. Y'all really need to understand, like, come on, man. Have these people who month to month to have some investments, to indulge in some investments so that they can be paid up on their rent. Let them know about it. Stop telling them about this other stuff that broke people tell broke people. And the Jews who broke people tell the other broke people. Stop. They ain't rich. They broke. Telling broke people how to be broke. And kill yourself off the face of this earth before you even be with your money. No, I'm going to need you all to let us know, every one of us as people, on how to invest. And I'm not talking about these off-the-wall investments that people keep talking about. Oh, you can do this, oh, you can do that. No, I need you to tell the people about some actual investments that they can have and that they can build on, and it is guaranteed money amount, not no insurance, not no what is the other stuff that y'all be talking, that this other crap that y'all be talking about, none of that, but some true investment that will guarantee some money to these people so that they can pay up their rent, and these landlords that are broke themselves won't have to come knocking on people's doors trying to get some money because they already know they got money due to investments, and not snatching monies out other people's mouths to feed them. Not that. No, everybody investing on their own. This is an investment of everybody. This, I know it's going to seem like you gambling too, but you ain't going to be gambling. An investment is something that everybody gives into. Not gambling, investment. And everybody has agreed to give a portion into this particular investment. And that investment is spread into different avenues, which is already done now. And that investment is spread into different avenues, and you all take and give that to people who are out here because they investing. Everybody's investing their own guaranteed money into this. And they already knew that this was going, they already knew that if they invest in this situation, that certain things was going to happen, and they was okay with that. Not taking somebody money by sitting up here suing everybody. Suing, oh, I'm finna sue them because you want some money. Oh, I'm finna go to court on them because you want some money. Nah, the Lord already is against this court stuff. The Lord is against this court stuff. He against this court stuff. He against this is suing stuff. He already told you against this stuff. So why not operate according to the Bible? And it starts this way. Investments that you have agreed upon to do, and you know that at some points you may lose out on investments, but at the same time, the ultimate gain is a big dog. You already know that. So therefore, you keep your investment, but you know that that investment, it goes into things that is worthy of investing. And then you put that on at the end of these taxes that you keep trying to take. You put those investments on the taxes that most people utilize right now until there be no more taxes being done. Period. Because that's the long run. They use those investments, they get everything back, and then the people look at that investment and say, wow, we got to get more money than we getting. And then they going to stop them taxes. Period. And this is what I'm saying in the spirit. They're going to stop them taxes, period. Because they're going to be issuing out money back to us more than we giving to them, period. And they're going to stop that stuff. And what you're going to start doing is investment. That way some of these apartments and all this stuff will be cheaper to live in. They'll be cheaper to live in. Right now, it's high price because everybody broke. That's why. That's why. In the economy is low because everybody broke. Period. Even the ones that's posing as rich is broke. You don't got no true wealth. And you can't, just because a person wealthy, that don't mean they can tell me how to gain wealth. Because I hear so much stupid stuff coming out of rich people's mouth on investment. The first time you tell me, and listen to this. The first time a rich person tell me, because they got millions and millions of dollars, the first time you tell me, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the first time you tell me that I need to invest in some life insurance, oh, you being cut off. You been cut off right then and there. Period. I don't got time for you because you a broke man's mentality. And I don't got time for broke man mentality, man or woman. You're going to have to be wealthy for real. Wealthy for real. And it's going to be some Christ-like. This is going to be some Christ-like wealth. That type of wealth. Because obviously some of y'all don't understand how that wealth even goes. You don't. You don't understand how that wealth goes. Because if you did, you wouldn't be talking about some life insurance and some suing people. And you know this goes against Christ. That ain't no wealth. Y'all is breaking a whole ground up. Talking about economy. Yeah, y'all done broke the ground. Death then took over this whole county. Whole world. All over America. And it's widespread. Isn't it widespread? So again, if you sit here and you show the people who are going month to month with money how not to do certain things like life insurance and suing people, taking people to court, those three things is bad because, number one, the Lord already said that we shouldn't be doing those things. And yet, it's Christians telling you to do it. And this is wrong. They know what the Bible says. And yet, they don't know no other way because they used to one way. No, if we do investments and we guaranteed, we're going to be guaranteed that particular money, period. And then this made me talk about this because of what was happening to somebody else. And if you sit there on the land, you sit on the land and don't do nothing. You just invest in stuff that the Lord told you not to. Suing, taking to court, and insurance. Man, you gonna continue to have economic problems. Okay? The economy gonna still keep going down. The main ones that keep talking about economy down is the ones that still investing in the same old stupid stuff in life insurance. Suing somebody. Taking people to court. Get their money. This is the same person that's telling you this. Come on now. Stop listening to these people. They don't even know what they're talking about. They still broke, although they rich. Rich people broke too. I don't care how much money they make. They broke too. You cannot tell me. And people out here talking about some nobody can't tell nobody something unless they making something. You better get the heck up out of here because I'm telling you right now that my mouth is powerful. And it goes out into the atmosphere. And I ain't going to be played less than that. I don't care what you say about nothing. I'm not going to be played less than that. I know my Father hears me. I'm not finna doubt that because of you. I'm not. I know He hears me. And everything, people don't understand that the spiritual is over the physical. So when they sit there and talk about how, no, it's about the physical too. Stuff come out on the physical. No, it don't. It's a spirit over your physical. It beams. The Lord talks about getting the beam out your eye. He ain't talking about in your eye. He's talking about that beam that's over your body. Over your whole entire body on the outside. It's a beam there. It's a spirit there. It's a body over your body spiritually. It's a spirit there. So stop talking about, oh, it's got to happen in the physical. You're dumb. That's a dumb statement. And you don't know what you're talking about, even though you're talking about God. It's a lot of people talk about God and still don't know what you're talking about. It's a spirit over your physical, honey. Stop talking about the physical. This ain't no physical stuff. I'm going to make that be clear again. This is not no physical stuff. This is spiritual stuff happening. And the spirit stuff is the beam that's over your body. That's another body over your body. If you're not adhering to Christ, you adhering to the devil. The devil is the body that's over your body. And he possesses bodies with demons. Putting demons, not the Holy Spirit, into your body, but he puts demons into your body. Whatever covers you, whatever clothes you, goes in. And yet, some people are still acting dumb to the fact that this is a spiritual body over your physical self. The spirit has way more power than the physical. I don't care if you see the physical. I don't care. No, it's not that it happens in the physical. No, it doesn't. It's a spiritual body over your physical body. And it happens in the spirit. Hello? The spirit ain't only in the inside. It clothes and covers you too. Please, people of God. It's a lot of people out here talking dumb. You talking dumb. You don't really know what you're talking about. You are talking dumb, deaf, and blind. I'm here to open your mind. I'm here to open your eyes. Activate you. Because you think that you got to see stuff in the physical in order for... No, it's not a physical. It is a spiritual thing over you. So you're going to see it in the spiritual. Hello? You're going to see it in the spiritual. And that's what's going to open your eyes to seeing what's really going on. And then you ain't going to be sitting up here talking about this old spoiledness, favoritism. You're going to see what God sees. You're going to know what God knows. And you're going to follow God. Talking about this crazy stuff. Favoritism in the faith. It's some favoritism in the faith. I'm telling you it is. And again, the landlords will not be able... Let me hear it say this. I'm sorry. Taking too long to say it. But the landlords will not be able to sit there and come at you at all. Because they even going to be taken care of. They going to be taken care of. They not going to be hounding nobody for no rent. Because they going to be taken care of. And then the government going to have little different incentives. Different incentives for these landlords, these realtors. Realtors in general. They're going to be having different incentives. Not even that the government going to have incentives. The landlord's going to have it to where they know where to go and they know what to do. For each individual tenant. They're going to know what to do for each individual tenant. And they're not going to be talking about what they always talk about, how if I got to do this for one person, I got to do this. They're not going to say that no more. Because for one person, they going to do. Period. For one person, they going to do. For another, they going to do something different. For another person, they going to do something different. You're going to know what to do because you're following Christ. And not evil. Your evil side that's awakening you to this world, because this world is still broke. Because they still investing in stupid stuff. No, we talking about the true nature, true investments that has had people to rent out very expensive apartments, over $3,000 apartments. Over $3,000 apartments. Investments that you doing in that area, that has investments where you sitting in a nice home, being a big home with 5 rooms, and 5 spaces available. Cause you ain't even living in that mud, but you got that whole 5 house. Why is it that we can't do something like investments in that type of stuff? Hello. I know you hear me out there. I know you hear me. To the point where now these you can be able to go into the government and you can be able to speak to them about the things that need to be spoken about. And you won't have no situations with them, and there'd be a lot more friendlier governmental situation. A lot way more friendlier. Way more. And the person won't think that somebody is trying to get over on them. No, ain't nobody trying to get over on you. You trying to get over on your own mind. Because of what you thinking. Because it has, this stuff has slacked over years. Everything has slacked over years. There should be some sort of investment given to people to where they can live their lives how they need to live them with these children that they are having. And that will make them go back to their husbands' wives and make them go back to their wives' husbands. Not sit here and divorce because they want some money, or the date because they want some money. No. The man would easily be in his masculinity, and the woman would easily be in her femininity through these avenues of Christ only. That Christ body, only taking on the body of Christ, will they be in these avenues, and they feel peace. Because it's cutting up everything of old and showing you what to do when it comes to following. And then the economy will be rebuilt, period, because of the investments. That's these true natures of investments going into the ground, going all the way to the ends of the earth and coming back to these people. Blessings. Everybody need to tally up. You need to tally up, honey. You need to tally up investments. Because it's tiresome. And I ain't even say everything I wanted to say because I done forgot. But overall, I'm going to need you to get on the news, broadcast investments. Stop only having it here on YouTube. I'm going to need you to have it on the news. Even though I don't even watch the news. But I'm going to need you to say it on the news. Give it to the news. Stop showing people how to invest in life insurance. Stop showing people how to invest in taking people to court. People divorcing because they able to take them people to court for some money. Hey, let's stop this. The economy is evil. The economy is evil. It's broken, and is evil. That's why the economy is low. Cause it's low. It's low on the ability of Christ. It's low to the ability of Christ. That's it. Anyway. I done forgot what I'm supposed to say, but I don't want to be on here 44 minutes though. So let me go. Bye. Stay blessed. Stay tuned for more. Bye for now. Salute to you, soldiers.